You know, this has been around for a while. This is something that's been reported for a long time. This same person who wants to block out the sun is now saying math showing your work and correct answers are racist. So are we seeing a pattern here? Are we seeing a pattern for these people? These people have immense, I cannot believe the amount of power these smooth brains actually have. These people are actually a disgrace to society, and here they are. So this is Bill Gates venturing aims to spray dust into the atmosphere to block the sun. What could go wrong? This was back. This was only in this was January of this year, and he just bought a bunch of land too. So Bill Gates is just anyway. This is all leading up to the Texas stuff. Microsoft billionaire founder is financially backing development of sun dimming technology that would potentially reflect sunlight out of Earth's atmosphere, triggering a global cooling effect. What gives him the right to say this? Oh, there's global warming, right? That's his reasoning behind that, when it's all a f***ing lie. The stratospheric controlled perturbation experiment, pervertation would be really what it's called, launched by Harvard University scientists, aimed to examine the solution by spraying non-toxic calcium carbonate dust into the atmosphere. Yeah, right, it's non-toxic. Yeah, right. This has been going on for a long time. I mean, I remember people reporting on this literally 3 years ago. Widespread research into efficacy of solar geoengineering has been stalled for years due to controversy. Opponents believe such science comes with unpredictable risks, including extreme shifts in weather patterns, not dissimilar to warming trends we are already witnessing. Okay, you can go f*** yourself, you fucking liar, f*** off. So, once again, we have all this craziness, all the lies, and then Bill Gates doing this stuff with the weather, and notice how it talks about the weather, changing the weather, right? Okay? And again, this is just my speculation. I just noticed all this, and we're just going to go into it. So, here we have Biden talking about a dark winter twice.
You take to give Americans confidence in a vaccine if it were approved?
Make sure it's totally transparent. Have the scientists of the world see it, know it, look at it, go through all the processes. And by the way...
And they haven't gone through a single process. They haven't gone through any of that. It's just out there. It's unsafe.
This is the same fellow who told you this is going to end by Easter last time. This is the same fellow who told you that, don't worry, we're going to end this by the summer. We're about to go into a dark winter. A dark winter.
Okay. Cue the dark winter. Now, this is him predicting it back in November. He was saying that we're going to go into a dark winter, right? When he's so sure of himself. Bill Gates predicting all these things, so sure of themselves, always. Biden always predicting, saying, we're going to go into a dark winter, we're going to do this. He knows that we're going to win because they have a voter fraud, extensive voter fraud, blah, 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 right? He knows all these things because they've been fixed for him. These things have been fixed ahead for him because he's a complete imbecile, and he has been able to create this. So this is horrible. These are people are sleeping in their cars because there's no power. So that's what's going on there. So people waiting in line for food, I guess. This is a food line. The second Biden becomes president, we have food lines. He said this back in November, we're going into a dark winter, right? I'm just pointing this out, like, how does he know these things? Right? I mean, again, I'm not saying that this is real, but did Bill Gates create this? I don't know. I'm just asking a question. I don't know if that's real. But he's been doing it for years. He's been doing it. He's been funding it for a long time. Power's out. Nothing frozen or cold 2-gallon water limit. Because the power's completely out. And, you know, this is just speculation, you guys. This video is entitled, Biden has allowed China access to our power grid. Circleback Saki cannot explain why.
Thanks, Jen. In an executive order that the president signed last week, he also suspended a Trump administration executive order that was particularly aimed at keeping foreign countries, specifically China, from interfering in the U.S. power grid. But he suspended that for 90 days in that executive order last week. Given what you said about
Why would he suspend that?
China today, why did he
Why would he allow access?
do that, especially related to something so critical to our national security as the power grid?
I think the president's view on our relationship with China, I tried to do my best to convey to all of you. I'll have to check on that specific.
Of course, she's a total shit show coming back. So again, this is just speculation. This is just a thought. What if China took out Texas's power grid? Just a thought. I don't know if that's real. I don't know if that's real. I'm just, we're thinking out loud here. We're allowed to suspect these things.